Once upon a time, in a quiet village at the edge of a grand kingdom, lived a kind girl named Cinderella. She had lost both her parents when she was young, and now lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters. Though they treated her like a servant, Cinderella stayed gentle and hopeful, her heart full of dreams and songs. Every morning she swept the floors, fed the animals, and hummed sweet melodies. Her only friends were little mice and birds who often helped her through the long, lonely days. One day an invitation arrived from the royal castle. The prince was holding a grand ball. Every maiden in the kingdom was invited. Cinderella's heart fluttered with joy, but her stepmother scoffed. "You? Go to the ball? In those rags?" She gave Cinderella even more chores, just to keep her busy still. Cinderella's animal friends had a plan. While she worked, the mice and birds stitched together a dress, simple but lovely, with ribbon scraps and lace. When she shyly showed it to her stepmother, the woman's eyes filled with cold anger. That dress. With one tug, she tore it apart. The stepsisters laughed, and Cinderella was left crying by the fireplace. Later that night in the moonlit garden, Cinderella wept behind a pumpkin patch. Just then, a warm light sparkled beside her. An old woman with a kind smile appeared. "My dear," said the fairy godmother, "you shall go to the ball." With a gentle wave of her wand, the pumpkin became a golden carriage. Mice turned into prancing horses, and Cinderella's torn dress transformed into a gown of soft silver and starlight. "Just one thing," the fairy whispered. "At midnight, the spell will end." She handed her a pair of sparkling glass slippers. "They'll carry you to your destiny." When Cinderella entered the ballroom, the music stopped. The prince looked up and couldn't look away. They danced all evening beneath the chandeliers, laughing, spinning, smiling as if no one else existed. But as the clock struck 12, Cinderella fled down the steps, one glass slipper slipping off behind her. She disappeared into the night, leaving only a memory and a shoe. The next morning, a royal letter arrived. The prince was searching for the girl who had vanished at midnight. Whomever the glass slipper fit would become his bride. Cinderella listened quietly as her stepmother read the letter aloud. Her heart beat fast, and without meaning to, she began to hum the song she danced to at the ball. The stepmother froze. She knew that tune. "You," she hissed. Before Cinderella could explain, she was dragged into the attic and locked away. Outside, the prince arrived at the house. The stepsisters tried everything, but the glass slipper didn't fit. Just before the prince turned to leave, a bird flew through the window, dropping a key into a mouse's paws. The mouse scampered up the stairs, unlocked the attic door, and Cinderella burst out, breathless. "Wait," she called. She knelt before the prince, and slipped her foot into the glass slipper. It fit perfectly. The prince looked into her eyes and smiled like he'd found something he never wanted to lose again. Soon after, Cinderella married the prince in a joyful celebration. Her stepmother and stepsisters were left behind not in punishment, but in reflection. Cinderella, now a queen, was known for her kindness and courage. She always remembered the birds, the mice, and the magic of one brave night. And every now and then, she'd take off her shoes, walk barefoot through the garden, and whisper, "Thank you for helping me believe."